"You're marrying him?" Those three words hung in the air like smoke from a burning house. Amaka's voice was small but sharp, her eyes wide with disbelief as she stared at her younger sister Nneka. The man standing beside Nneka, handsome, tall, and visibly uncomfortable, was Uche, the same man Amaka had introduced to the family a year ago as her fiancé. And now he was about to marry her sister. Amaka had always been the dependable daughter, firstborn, responsible, focused. She took care of everyone. When her mother had a stroke and couldn't move half her body, Amaka was the one who bathed her, cleaned her, fed her, all while juggling multiple jobs. When their father's pension stopped coming, it was Amaka who paid the bills. She even stopped buying new clothes for herself just so that Nneka, her younger sister, could look good for school. It wasn't easy. Some days, the pressure made her cry in the bathroom with the tap running so no one would hear her. But each time she looked at her mother's tired eyes or her father's shaky hands, she told herself, "I can't break. I'm all they have." Nneka, the baby of the house, was bright and beautiful, full of charm and drama. Amaka didn't envy her. She just wanted her to take life seriously. But Nneka always floated through life like someone who knew she would be caught if she ever fell. And Amaka, faithful, selfless Amaka, was always the one catching her. Amaka met Uche on a rainy Friday. She had taken a keke to a site where her school was helping evaluate a new building. She stepped into a muddy patch and slipped. Uche, who had been standing nearby in a reflective vest and holding an umbrella, caught her just before she fell. "Careful," he said with a small smile. "This ground doesn't like heels." Amaka laughed nervously. "It just doesn't like me." He offered to clean her shoes with a rag from his car boot. It was such a small thing, but in that moment, Amaka felt seen, not as a caretaker, not as a provider, but as a woman. He asked for her number that day, and they grew close slowly. Uche was kind, thoughtful, and intentional. He asked questions, listened, and respected her boundaries. He loved how grounded she was, how loyal she was to her family. He said she reminded him of everything home should feel like. Uche proposed to Amaka after a year of dating. The ring wasn't flashy, but the moment was tender. Amaka cried. Nneka clapped. Their mother shouted praises. Everyone said it was finally Amaka's turn to be happy. Then, in June of that same year, her school nominated her for a competitive training in the UK, which was supposed to last for 3 months, fully funded. It was an opportunity to grow her career, possibly even double her income. She wasn't going to apply at first. She didn't want to leave her mother's care or delay their wedding plans. But Uche was the one who encouraged her. "You've always supported everyone. Go now, let me support you too," Uche said. He helped Amaka with her applications, drove her to the embassy, reassured her at every step, "You deserve this, Amaka." When it was time for Amaka to travel, she kissed Uche goodbye with tears in her eyes and left, trusting him and her family. While Amaka was away, Uche started checking in on Amaka's parents regularly. He would bring fruits, help with groceries, and sometimes fix broken things around the house. Nneka was around too, job hunting, but mostly staying indoors and scrolling through her phone. The first time Uche gave Nneka a ride, it was on a rainy day and the entire neighborhood was flooded. Then sooner, it became like a routine. Then they started grabbing lunch together. Then they started going to the movies. It wasn't planned, but it wasn't innocent either. They both should have stopped at that point, but they didn't. Uche said he was lonely. Nneka said she felt noticed for the first time because Amaka wasn't around. And slowly, one touch led to another. One lie layered over the next until it became too hard to hide. When Amaka returned in September, things felt off. Uche wasn't excited to see her. His hugs were shorter. His calls became brief. Nneka was wearing new wigs, spending more time outside, and always smiling at her phone. Their mother was strangely quiet. Their father avoided conversations about the wedding. Amaka told herself it was just stress. Maybe it was her imagination. One sunny afternoon, Amaka went to Uche's flat to collect their house spare key because she forgot hers while she was rushing for work in the morning. The compound gate was open. The curtains were drawn, and through a slight gap, she saw two familiar shadows in the bedroom, very close, moving vigorously. Her heart broke a million times seeing her sister Nneka and her fiancé Uche cuddled up on the bed. She didn't shout or scream. Instead, she turned and walked away quietly. Later that night, she confronted Uche, her fiancé. "Tell me it's not true." He didn't lie. "It happened once," he said. Then twice. Then it became too late to stop. His voice was calm, like he had rehearsed the confession in his head many times. "Was it because I left?" she asked, her voice shaking. He didn't answer, only for Amaka to find out that Nneka was already pregnant. The next day, Amaka sat in the backyard and stared at the mango tree they all grew up climbing. Her mother sat beside her, crying silently. "She's your sister," her mother whispered. "Uche is a good man. You were always the strong one, Amaka. Please don't destroy this family." Amaka was shocked at her mother's words. She couldn't believe her own mother would say that to her after all the sacrifices she had made for their family. Few weeks later, Uche and Nneka got married in a small wedding ceremony. Amaka didn't attend. The villagers gossiped. Neighbors whispered. Some blamed Amaka for traveling to the UK and leaving her fiancé alone in Nigeria. Others called Nneka shameless for going for her sister's man, but no one really understood how it felt to be replaced by your own sister and then told to forgive for the sake of peace. Years passed, but Amaka never forgot. She moved to Abuja, found peace in distance, built a new life from the pieces of her old one. She sent money home when needed. She answered their calls, but she never visited, not even when Nneka gave birth. She still dreamed about that moment sometimes, the three of them standing in the living room, Amaka holding her chest, struggling to breathe. Some betrayals cut too deep, and some sisters never truly come back from what they did.